My thing is, and this is just coming from my experience with dating, you are telling women to stay in their place, to be submissive, to be soft, to stand behind their husbands, but they don't reciprocate the same thing. We can do all that, and we still get on. Please tell me how is that.
You focus on, so you see. You mean to tell me, okay, in the black community, let's take adultery, let's take cheating. Black men, when surveyed, asked about in committed relationships, what percentage of black men cheat at? Cheated at 28% rate. What rate do black women cheat at?
I don't know what's the number.
24. And there are 2 million more of us. Every time a black man is cheating with somebody, he's cheating with somebody that's usually with a woman, married or in a relationship. How many black women have multiple children by multiple men? That's polygamy. That's a poly relationship. A 50+% divorce rate in the country, and it's almost close to 60% of the black community. And 80 to 90% of the relationships, black women are leaving. You're leaving. You're home wrecking. You're breaking up the relationships. Men stay. Y'all leave.
Why do you think women are leaving?
Because you've been sold a Disney fantasy that you should be happy, instead of understanding that you have duty, honor, respect, and you chose to be in a relationship, especially when you decided to make a baby with somebody. You need to stay for more than just yourself. French toast your happiness.
So I'm supposed to be miserable?
No, you're supposed to be an adult.
Listen, I just want to give advice to women out there because I'm a little bit seasoned. If you have a good man, don't think you're going to find a better man somewhere else or leave him for a career. That's stupid as f-. If you have a good man, stay with him and build with him and just be happy with what you have. Stop thinking there's something better. There isn't. There's not anything better out there. Stay with a good man, because we get bored and we're like, oh, maybe I want to fuck with this athlete. They're anyway.
Well, not according to a lot of these females online who are trying to recruit other females and making sure that they stay single, making sure that they're the centering man. In fact, they're telling them that, look, there's always a better man out there. So if you're in a relationship and you have a small argument, something very, very, very tiny, right? You should leave him and go find somebody out there that's better than him.
If a girl asks me how many sets I have left, not a problem. If you're a man and you ask me how many sets I have left, it's just different. Like, I automatically think you're my op. Get away from me. Why are you speaking to me? Goodbye, sir.
If a woman asks me how many sets I have left, not a problem. But if a man asks me, get away from me, why are you talking to me? Imagine posting this nonsense to social media thinking it's a good idea, that you're going to get all this support and love, especially from women, because bashing men on social media for absolutely no reason is trendy and cool and a good way to get likes and attention. But of course, that doesn't happen. Why? Because that's not what the gym community is all about. The gym is a shared space, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with politely asking someone between sets how many sets they have left, whether they're a man or a woman. So keep your gender-based rage bait out of the gym. And if you can't, then stay home or join an all-women's gym. Train there. But until then, you need to do better. Mind your own business.
You want to lose a good man fast? Simple. Just follow these 3 steps and I guarantee you he will be gone before you even realize what happened. Step 1. Disrespect him. The fastest way to love is disrespect. Roll your eyes at him. Cut him off when he talks. Talk down to him in front of other people. Laugh at his ideas. Make him feel this small. A good man will not stay where he feels disrespected, because respect is the foundation of how he gives and how he leads. The second he loses that, the relationship is done. Step 2, withhold your intimacy. Then make a bargaining chip. Weaponize intimacy. Punish him by shutting him out physically and emotionally. Make him feel like attraction is something he has to beg for. When a man feels unwanted by the woman he chose, it cuts him deeper than you think. So he will check out, and once he does, it is almost impossible to bring him back. And finally, step 3, be constantly negative. Finally, complain about everything. Focus on what he isn't instead of what he is. Criticize instead of appreciate. Nitpick the small things and ignore the effort he does put in. Nothing crushes a man faster than realizing no matter how hard he tries, he will never be enough in your eyes. So yeah, do these 3 things and you will lose a good man fast. Or you can flip it. Respect him, desire him, and appreciate him. That's how you keep a man who actually will show up.
You think if you're the good guy, she'll want you more. Wrong. Every time you cancel your plans for her, every time you do something for her, hoping it gives you some brownie points, and every single time that you agree with her when you don't mean it, you're not building attraction. You are training her to treat you like a service, because what she's hearing isn't, wow, he's so caring. What she hears is, he has nothing going on. He'll always be there. He'll bend if I push. And once a woman feels that she has you by the balls, the desire drops. Why? Because attraction grows from standards, right? Not from obedience. A man with no boundaries doesn't feel safe to us. He feels very fragile and very weak because you're too available. You're too eager, way too easy to predict. And women don't crave predictable. They crave a man that is so grounded and has direction. So stop acting like access to you is free, because being helpful makes you convenient, but being respected makes you attractive. Convenient gets used. Attractive gets chosen. So stop auditioning for a role in her life. Build your life, hold your standards, and let her feel what it's like to lose access.
Real high value men get the last laugh every single time. It always works out that way. We get better as we get older. We have more resources. We have more status. We have more access. We could always date younger too. And the women who are making rules saying they don't do this, they wouldn't do that, guess what? Those women are either going to settle or be single and stay single. However, the high value men, we could just walk away because there's always another option. There's always a younger, hotter, more valuable woman who actually respects us and who wants us. And it doesn't matter if we're 32, if we're 42, if we're 45, if we're 55. I've seen it firsthand. Real high value men always get the last laugh because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to believe this, but high value men run the dating market, not women.
Every day, people walk past each other in the street. He's single, she's single, both think the other one is attractive, and then they walk straight past each other and neither does anything about it. I know what women do. They go out, they look at a guy once, then they look back at their friends and they say, okay, he knows. Ladies, I'll let you in on a little secret. We don't know. We have no idea. We're terrified that we're going to come over and misread that look and that you are going to annihilate us in front of your friends. And we're going to have to do the walk of shame back to where we came from. We need more than one look. So as a general rule, I want you to look 4 times more than you think you need to.
Men are tired of getting rejected for the dumbest reasons, right? Right? You meet a girl and you go out. Everything's going great. You got a job, right? You're a nice guy, just objectively a good human, right? You got a pretty good car. You live in your own apartment, no roommates, right? And you happen to show up on the date wearing brown shoes. And she's, everything's great, but she can't date a guy who wears like brown shoes, right? I mean, this is happening, right? There are guys that are checking box after box after box and getting rejected for the stupidest, dumbest things. And they're so tired of the game.
So when were you going to tell me you were cheating on me?
We got a cheating accusation. Oh, we need all hands on deck right now. What kind of evidence are we working with here? What kind of evidence? Uh-oh. I'm seeing DM receipts. This is not good. All right. Just tell him it wasn't you. Tell him that's edited. That's not even you. Not working. Okay. Cue the waterworks. Start crying. We got to get to the manipulation tactics. Waterworks aren't working. We need backup. I'm going to need you to start gaslighting. Just tell him it's his fault. He has never treated you well enough, so you needed to go get validation somewhere else. This is not good. It's his fault. Gaslight. We're fucked.
You can't mistreat a good man and then be shocked when he stops being good to you. The good man, he'll take a lot. He'll be patient when you're difficult. He'll stay calm when when you push his buttons. And because he keeps showing up, you think he's never going to leave. But what you don't understand about good men is that they don't leave loud. They leave quiet. One day he just stops caring. That's a man who finally accepted that his peace is worth way more than your approval. Good men don't turn bad. They just stop being good to people who punish them for being that way. And that's not a character flaw. That's a man who finally learned that loyalty without boundaries is just self-destruction.
You know, I listened to a guy talk about high value men always get the last laugh. I think, and this is kind of what Kevin Samuels was saying, there are a lot of women out there that have leverage up until a certain point, but then they waste so much time that they outrun their leverage, right? Really, honestly and truly, leverage meaning they're trying to get what they feel is the best or a shot at the best guy. They honestly and truly, they might end up getting divorced from that guy. Oh man, and then, you know, it's so tragic. It was such a great such a great relationship on paper, yada yada yada. You know, good and well, that man wasn't made for you. But because he made so much money and it seemed like he was a perfect Hallmark movie type guy, you forced it and you decided to get married to him anyway. When there were plenty of men out there that fit you perfectly or fit you a little bit better, and you just passed them up.
Men have succeeded in gaslighting society.
I wonder if they use the term gaslighting correctly. It's a very much overused term and often used incorrectly. So let's look at the definition before we continue.
Into believing that men will provide and protect women, when the reality is men provide for themselves and protect their own interests.
Really? Men provide for themselves, and their own interests? That rather sounds like what everyone does, really. But when it comes to a man's own interests, many times that involves women and children, which would mean that they are providing for their own interests. So I fail to see how that's been dubbed as gaslighting.
Patriarchy demands that men provide for wives and families. But what it really demands, underneath the gaslighting,
there's that gaslighting term again,
is that men provide themselves with a wife and a family.
This supposed patriarchy really does seem to have a mind and will all of its own, doesn't it?
What happens in divorce court when men are so happy to desert their wives and children and not support them anymore once they do not have perceived ownership of them.
Does one always use so many generalizations, or is that just for this particular argument?
The same thing happens when we're talking about protection. Men feel zero obligation to protect women unless they have perceived ownership of them. But they will protect their interests and the interests of other men, especially when it comes to benefiting from the systems that they have constructed.
It actually rather sounds that instead of trying to expose gaslighting, one is actually demonstrating it by trying to convince oneself as well as others that these accusations and generalizations are actually true, just to find a way to disparage men.
How old are you?
Well, that's a secret that I shouldn't tell.
How about you?
I am 51.
Are you single?
Yes. Yes.
If I wanted to take you two on a first date in Miami, would $30 be enough to have a good time?
No.
No.
We are more valuable than that.
For the valet parking, yes.
Exactly.
You can park the
That's
car.
only for the valet.
But y'all were both married for 20 years. So why not start with a simple coffee date?
Because we don't have time for that anymore.
We don't have time for a coffee.
We are making businesses, big businesses here, and we don't have time for coffee.
So what is your ideal first date then, if not a $30 coffee one?
To go for a nice dinner, I don't care about the money. To go for a nice dinner in a nice place, to have a nice conversation, and that's it. But with a $30 in Miami, you can't go to a restaurant to have a nice dinner. It's impossible.
Why should the man invest $300 for the first date if he doesn't even know you yet?
Because that's what I'm worth it.
We know who we are, so.
Do you think the men in your dating pool now would rather spend that $300 on you, or would they rather spend it on, like, say, that 25-year-old chick?
He can do whatever he wants to do.
We are not looking for men that they value more the age than what we have inside and in our brain. Yeah. That's not the type of men we want to be with that.
Is the good man shortage real or just overdue accountability?
I don't like that question. I don't think there's a good man shortage. You know what I think? I think that the majority of people that people are seeing are in the low vibrational crowd, and that crowd is loud, but it's the minority. I think the good people you don't really see, and this is men and women, because they be in the house. They be working towards their goals. They be in the gym. They are doing things that make them better, and so they're not in the collective of what is loudest in society. But when you go on Instagram and what you see is people popping bottles every weekend, and what you see is people that only care about the bags and the shoes, it's no wonder why people think there's no good men. No, there's no good men at where you're going because you're focused on the wrong thing. Do you want a good man that has character? Are you going to seminars? Are you going to retreats? Are you going to the gym? Are you going to the grocery store? Are you eating at healthy places? Are you going places where people actually care about themselves? Or are you going where people are going to celebrate and spend $1,000 a weekend? And for what? When they struggling to pay their rent every month? That's crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense, personally.
Okay, so he wants you soft and feminine, but he has zero plan, zero leadership, and zero safety. How can a woman follow a man who isn't going anywhere?
You don't.
She can't. Yeah.
You let that man go. That man is probably 20-something for the record, because a lot of them young little buckies, they got life to live.
The YNs,
you know, little buckies, they got life to live.
Number one, you felt calm, but not the spark. You felt calm. Maynard, he's a good man.
Right.
He's a good man. So this is a guy from your past. When you say, I didn't feel the spark, but you felt calm, you felt relaxed, he felt and seemed very intentional, and you moved on and didn't find what you're looking for, and now it's 4, 5, 8 years after the fact, that was a sign that you probably...
was your him. That was your him.
Because remember, not all guys are going to bring that peace and calmness out of you.
Mm-mm.
So if he does, and because you don't feel the Hollywood, Disney World, social media spark that everybody tells you're supposed to be there, you assume that you couldn't have grown into that. You couldn't have grown to appreciate him. You couldn't have grown to even really love him. But because you didn't feel that little, like you said, immature Disney World spark.
Butterflies, which is really nervousness. That's not... Calm is good. Calm means safe.
Yes. Facts. Number two, he treated you better than anyone before. I can't tell you how many ladies talked about he did everything right. He treated me the best that I've ever been treated, and you still ain't with him. What the hell? You still
let him go.
I don't even understand.
Reality is starting to set in for a lot of them. Few discretions advised.
And how it's possible that somebody who looks as good as I do is pumping my own gas. It's an evil world we live in.
The only part about that video that I can actually agree with is she's right. It is an evil world we live in. But I don't know when y'all gonna realize or understand that just because you look good don't mean you gonna get a man. Like, the men are not what they used to be. Now, in this video in particular, she could be talking about the fact that she just shouldn't have to pump her gas at all. Like, a man should see her at the gas pump and offer to pump it for her. Or she could be talking about the fact that she does not have a man to pump her gas, like while she's in a relationship. We are moving to a different beat of the drum. We are moving with a bit more pep in our step. We're not taking no from a woman just because she look good. Neither are we going out our way to display our chivalry for random women. We tried that and it ended horribly. Y'all got on every platform, on every mountaintop, and told us how much y'all don't enjoy it. And I know for her, it's like, bro, I look this good. It's like, yeah, niggas won't give none of that right now. Like, where's that gonna get me? Where does your beauty get me? And the advice I would give any woman that thinks like this young lady here is, if you look inward, you just might find something, truly. Because inside of you is where all the solutions to your issues lie, especially when it comes to dating. Just because you look great don't mean you are great. Those days are over. Men are actually looking for substance, peace, along with beauty. If you can't come with all three, most men that got some going for themselves are not gonna settle for that. Now we cool. But you know what, like any other video, I know she ain't gonna listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it change.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
Well, darling,
the first place I'd recommend you go to is wherever you need to go to get that ridiculous piece of metal running through your nose removed. Because until you do, there's no point in going anywhere else. Just saying.
I want to hear what women want.
We want a man who acts like a man, who's manly, who takes care of things. Leader. Ooh, I don't need you to kill an alligator with your hands, but I need to feel so feminine around you because you are so masculine that I can turn my brain off because I know you've got it. Yeah. I trust you. I trust your intellect. I trust your character. I trust that I can close my eyes and follow you blindly, and I'm going to be happy about where I end up. You tell me where we're going, and we're all set. We live in a time of new age feminism and this whole idea that women and men need to be the same and they need to compete, and it's all from the enemy. It's all lies.
I could never live with somebody who like sleeps until noon on a Saturday.
That's such a good point. I feel like
It's a
lifestyle
terrible
is
point.
like so important, and like those are things that you can pick up on before you decide to move in with somebody.
Women just agree with anything other women say just because they want to be supportive. I don't even know why. It's so stupid. If that guy is working his ass off all week, he doesn't get to sleep in because you don't want him to? Are you kidding me? He doesn't get to rest. And then she's like, yeah, that's such a good point. No, that's a terrible point.
A cheating woman is the worst, but do you know what's even worse? The woman who pretends to be good. The pathological liar who never admits a single thing. The one who's lustful but plays innocent. The manipulator who's mastered the victim card. Watch her closely. The woman who always plays the victim usually has the most to hide. Every time she gets caught, somehow she's the one that's hurt. Somehow you're the villain in the story she wrote and cast you in. Gents, remember that. The loudest victim in the room is usually the one holding the most secrets.
And I'm listening to Self-Checkout and how these women out here, he's kind of discussing that these women out here, they think because they look good, then a man is going to be able to, or a man is just going to come in there and just give them whatever they want. Why is a man not pumping my gas? Y'all keep on thinking that, well, I'm pretty enough, should be able to have a man just pining after me. A man just coming after me. A man just want me. It's not really that way anymore, right? That doesn't mean that you're not beautiful. It just means that there's a whole lot of strings attached when he does that. And the man is like, I don't want to deal with that.
Hate to break it to all the men out there that want to do this whole casual dating thing, or like you really think that this woman likes you. If she is dabbling in between two men and she's telling you that she's like all confused or she's just casually dating, she's lying to you. Any woman that actually likes you is not going to have to dabble between two men. A woman that actually likes you is going to want to spend time with you, is not going to put herself in a situationship with you. All the women that put themselves in situationships eventually want commitment. There is no such thing as a woman dabbling between two men that she actually likes. A woman that likes you is going to give up her childhood best friend. She's going to put down any man that gets in her way to put you first. She's gonna prioritize you to a point where you actually think she's probably clingy and a little naggy. A lot of you are out here, oh, I need to let her figure out what she truly wants. No, stop gaslighting yourself. A woman that truly wants you doesn't make you confused, doesn't make you second guess if she likes you. Women inherently want to be loved, and in committed relationships, they don't actually even like situationships. A lot of women convince themselves that a situationship is the closest thing that they'll get to emotional intimacy. So if you are one of these men out here that are holding out for this woman to suddenly wake up and choose you, and it's between you and another guy, she doesn't actually like you. Because if she actually likes you, there would be no other guy. You would be him, you would be it, and there would be no confusion. Okay, bye.
Water the man you chose. The thing is, everybody loves talking about what a good man is supposed to do. Provide, protect, and pour into you. But here's the part most people forget. Even a good man needs to be poured into also. Let me rephrase that. Especially a good man needs to be poured into. if you chose that man, water him. Speak life into him when the world is trying to drain him. Remind him of his strength when he starts to question his worth. Never, and I mean never, wait until your man is running on empty to realize he's been giving you everything he's got. Water that good man with respect, not just love. With appreciation, not just expectation. Water him with softness, not just standards. Because even the strongest man, even the best man will start to wilt if he's constantly pouring from a dry well. And it's your job to replenish him. But if you can't or you won't water him, stop planting yourself in his garden. Because another farmer, another planter, another florist is going to see the same good man you took for granted. And she's going to grow him in ways you never did. So, water him.
I want more men to feel safe marrying the whore. Because they're going to keep you good. You're going to wake up to sucks.
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Hello, it is I, Gentleman Black Spider Guy. If I pay attention. Cardi B is a wonderful example of why it is attention. Why it is one should not turn a 304 into a housewife. Pay the attention. If you would like to procure a wife, one should get with a lady that has been raised to pay the attention. Has been raised to be one. A 304 or hoe has been raised, pay attention, has been raised to be a dumpster of the sperm.
Men will keep doing for other people what's appreciated. They need to be appreciated a lot. So much of what stops happening is because we expect them to do it. And so we think they don't deserve appreciation for doing something they just should do. So we don't appreciate them.
Wow. We stop saying thank you.
We stop being thank you. Honey, thank you. Thanks for doing that for me. And this is where we take so many things personally that aren't personal. Like single focus, we take personally. He's ignoring me. No, he's ignoring everything but what he's doing. And he didn't even have to do that. His brain did it for him. But so there's all these things we take personally. And then there's the things we don't take personally. That what they do for us, they do for us. What they do.
Where are all the good men? Where are all the good men? They're in your friend zone. That's where they are. And I know I'm the one that said men should stop about the friend zone, and they should. But ladies, let's not act like you don't know you put them there, because you did. And the irony is that man wanted to be your man. He did everything you said men don't do, only for him to end up like a brother to you. Only for you to complain to him that men aren't doing what he did to have you. And think about it. You already compare men to him. Whoever you told, I wish I had a guy just like you. You're going to make a girl so happy one day. Why can't more guys be like you? That's your man. How is he the standard of what you want, but he's not your man? How is he the standard of what you want to do, but he's not yours? How does that even make sense? You know what I'm saying? And think about it. You've been friends for 8 years. You've never had an issue with him. He comes through for you 90% of the time, and y'all like all the same. That's your man. Go call that man, apologize, and his brains out. He deserves it.
And if he beating it out the frame too good, sister,
Real discretion's advised.
that man is a punk. Now I'm telling you, listen. Trust me something, sister. Trust me, sister.
And here I am thinking that we've left the moronic accusations back in 2025. But it seems as if they are very much here in 2026 and they've come back stronger. Her accusation is, if he's laying down the pipe correctly, that means he's...
If they are reaching that bottom and beating your shit in, they beat it in like that because they used to beating in. And it's like they beat it, like they like it beat in. They do. I'm pretty sure some of them like it more gentle, but for the most part, they like it beat down.
I'm just trying to understand what kind of education must you acquire in order to have a thought process like this? Because as a man that's had my fair share of women, I can confidently say some women like it really aggressive. Some women don't. Some women like it kind of like in the middle. But her narrative is, if he blowing your back out, that must mean he's sleeping with men because men, that's how they like it. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm cursed with common sense because if I wasn't, only then what she is saying would sound like profound information. And to think that we live amongst these kind of people. Like, in their spare time, these are the kind of thoughts that they formulate on their own behalf. And I'm also 100% sure she's probably one of the types that would say, oh, men don't know how to satisfy women. And it's like, so if she likes her rough and I give it to her rough automatically, that makes me a man. Man. I am truly at a loss for words, but you know what? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Y'all keep the change.
Look at this. 38, getting divorced after 16 years. He's the best man I've ever met and still not good enough. Don't do it, ladies. Bro, did you just hear what she said? 38, getting divorced after 16 years. He's the best man I've ever met and still not good enough. Don't do it. And I'm the hater. I'm just observing what's around me. I want you to see this video real quick. Look. Let's keep this video.
The thing that's deeply concerning is that, like, all of the older women, when I say older, like 50 plus, are strongly passionate about younger women, 20s, 30s, not getting married. It's like you can see your future and they're telling you exactly what are we going to do about this?
Now peep these comments, bro. I want you to peep these comments. Look at this. 43 here. Don't get married unless he's rich and there's no prenup. That's not happening. Look at this one. I'm 48. I've been married for over 20 years to a man I would for. If I could go back in time, I would tell younger me to never get married. Love him? Yes. Live with him? No. Have kids with him? No. Bro, are y'all not understanding? It doesn't matter how good of a person you are, how much you're able to love. It don't matter. Look at this. I almost want to find this woman's husband so I can send it to him. Do I love my husband? Yup. Would I get married again? No. This is insane. Look, married 23 years. I love my husband. Love my kids. However, if I could go back, I'd never have gotten married. Never. Don't do it. Trust your elders. Trust us. Bro, are you getting the patterns here? It don't matter how much you love your woman. It don't matter how much of a great guy you are. Bro, they can leave you after 30 years. And everything that you've done, down the drain. It's like you might as well just be single forever. This generation is cooked, bro. And they're telling us, I'm not being a hater. I'm just observing and listening to my surroundings. Don't get me wrong. I take things for granted. But everybody's saying don't get married. Yo, and not only that, look around. 70% of y'all parents aren't even together. And not only this is the woman talking. Ask men. Ask men. Ask men in their 40s and up, or niggas that are just married, ask them if they would get married. Ask them if they would do it all over again and get married. I'm not being a hater, I promise you.
And I think the message that I take from what Sarah was talking about, a lot of it can be really summed up in if she wanted to, she would. And a lot of these modern women don't want to. They don't. They say they care about a man, and I'm sure that they do. They say that they want a man, and I'm sure that they do. But they don't they don't really be going after men like that. And there's one thing you say, well, that man wasn't even showing me attention, so I'm not really even showing him attention. But they're asking men to show them attention. They're asking men, okay, pay for this, buy this, take me here. And even after the man does all of that, they still feel like they don't have to do anything. It's crazy.
Men are responding to women.
It's so helpful in relationships because it can get us into conflicts if we don't get that about each other.
When men are what I would call at play, that's when they're connected. We find safety in feeling connected.
You might be in love with men or frustrated by them or both. In this conversation, you'll learn the secrets to propel your marriage into one of lifelong, lasting passion and goodness.
What if we're always giving each other the best interpretation of what we heard you say?
We cover how to interact with men in a way that honors both sexes and unravel the mysteries of men's behavior.
So when we interrupt them to connect, not only it's a threat because we've diminished their productivity, we've also interrupted their peace.
Why criticism never works and what to do instead.
If we ask people to listen in a particular way, honey, I need to tell you something important. When would be a good time to say something important?
Today, you'll learn the core desires of both men and women and get an intimate look inside our hearts and minds to better understand ourselves and each other.
If we could live by it, it could change everything.
I interviewed a lot of men that were victims of divorce. And these are men that lost everything in divorce. Wives left, took the kids, took their money. And I found out it was a common pattern. After the second child, a lot of these women stop sleeping with their husbands and get the divorce. Most men live on their wife's terms, not theirs. The people that don't want to get married, oh, I understand it. There's no good reason for a guy to do that in 2024. None. The odds are completely stacked against you. The laws are completely stacked against you. The average marriage, it's not a good experience for most men because they don't get anything out of it. My conclusion is the couples that make it work and figure it out in this mess of an environment, you know they're there because they love each other. Because there's nothing in this society that's keeping people together. Marriage seems to be going away for the middle class and be something for the upper class, and that's it.
What the is that supposed to mean?
How are you?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. I'm trying to ask men, why are you like this?
What the is that supposed to mean?
You don't like that? Question? It just means like, why are men the way they are?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Why are you the way you are?
Well, a lot of things because...
Okay, well, I'm a lot of things too.
Why does that upset you?
Do you think I'm upset?
Seem irritated.
You seem irritated. Is it a joke?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun and lighthearted.
The goal is to trap these men and say, like, why are men like this? Like, what the, honey, your whole premise that you claim is supposed to be lighthearted and fun is right from the first second you're attacking these guys, right? Because your implication is what's wrong with you. Like, why are you so effed up?
The fastest way to lose a good man, it's not cheating. It's becoming his biggest source of stress. He's already fighting the world, work pressure, money, expectations. If home feels like another battlefield, he won't stay long. Men don't leave because someone prettier shows up. They leave when peace disappears. If every conversation is a challenge, every decision is questioned, every moment feels tense, that's not partnership. That's pressure. He doesn't need a competitor. He needs softness where life is hard. Respect where the world doubts him. Loyalty isn't controlled, it's created. So if he's distant, ask yourself, are you his piece or just another problem?
Is this you with our son?
Yes, I'm not gonna neglect a kid, a good father, just because his father wouldn't step up to the plate, correct?
So you did raise him since he was a baby, correct?
Correct, but he's not my biological son, and you know this.
Do you believe that it's appropriate for you to be ordered to pay child support for this child?
No, I'm not the biological father, no.
The husband's name is Francisco and the wife's name is Norma. Norma is suing Francisco for child support for a child that is not biologically his. Francisco has come prepared with a lawyer, and there she goes right down here, by the name of Lanice. I always implore my young G's to invest into a lawyer, but I can understand that they are expensive. Nevertheless, in most cases, it's a worthy investment, especially when the topic is child support.
What would you request the court to do regarding this child if this judgment is set aside?
I just get removed from the child support. We would want to file for divorce and do everything the correct way and get what's needed for the children done and do whatever we need to do to make everything right and get the proper documentation and everything done.
And did you or did you not tell me that it was going to be your way, that he had no dad, you were the dad, we were married, and this was your
Objection as to relevant. Oh, sorry, relevance.
The fact that this is even a debate, a dispute, the fact that she can bring this in front of a judge, the fact that they're even having a conversation about this being thrown out demonstrates yet another reason, another example of why the family court systems are against men. This man, for some reason, thought it was a good idea to take responsibility for a child that was not biologically his in a marriage that you had with him. And instead of respecting that time period because you're about to go through a divorce, you try to weaponize the simp against him. Once the relationship ends, the responsibility should not be dragged forward for the next 18 years of this man's life. It is ridiculous to think that her is even being entertained and demonstrates just how broken this system is.
Hey, I wanted to ask, how was Saturday hanging out with your girlfriends?
It was good, you know, regular.
We went to that Mexican place.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was good. Wow, what is going on? What are you doing?
No, nothing's going on.
How's work?
What's that?
How's work?
We'll get to that in a second. I want to ask you about this. So, it seemed unusual. Like, you wore like a really nice dress I haven't seen you wear in years out to that place. It seemed like kind of dressed up for Mexican.
I don't know. I just put it on. Why? What is going on? What do you care about what dress I wear?
I was just curious. I haven't seen you wear that dress in a long time, I guess.
What, are there new rules in our house? You have to approve what I wear?
Baby, is there anything that you want to tell me?
I love you, but you're acting like a weirdo this morning?
Anything else about that night that you need to tell me?
No. There's nothing else.
Really?
What are you getting at? What's going on?
There's nothing that you want to tell me about that night.
What do you, just ask. Just ask. Whatever you're trying to ask, just ask.
I know that you didn't go out to dinner with your girlfriends on Saturday.
What?
I know that you went out to dinner with your ex-boyfriend on Saturday.
How do you know that?
It doesn't matter how I know that. You lied to me. To my face.
I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you.
You didn't lie to me. You told me to my face that you were going out to dinner with your girlfriends, and then you went out to dinner with your ex-boyfriend. I'm pretty sure that's the definition of a lie.
I omitted the truth. That's what I did. Like, I wasn't trying to,
lie.
like, create
you told me you were doing something that you weren't doing.
I just didn't want you to get upset. You're upset right now, right?
I want to know what happened in your date.
It wasn't a fucking date. What are you talking about? It was me connecting with an old friend. That's it.
An old friend that happens to be your ex-boyfriend, and that you lied to your husband about going to see him.
Yo! Women use simps against attractive men. When women can't get or control a man who's attractive, they use simps to feel better and try to make other men jealous. Simps aren't men who are good to or respect women. They are men who will sacrifice anything, their self-respect, for an attractive woman. Attractive men refuse to simp. That is actually a huge part of why they are attractive, because they have self-respect. This can confuse a lot of women who aren't used to men who have self-respect. It often stems from their own insecurity and feeling small because of the attractive man. He has levels of security that she is not capable of. So when she can't get or control him, she uses simps against him. She'll suck them dry of validation, attention, effort, resources to feel better, worthy, like she matters, and to flex on other people. Many times to make men they do find attractive jealous. She competes with presents on the backs of simps, using them as leverage to feel powerful, when it's really insecurity. Insecurity seeks to control. It comes from ego, wanting to feel secure through validation. Except attractive men see through this nonsense, that it's just a false portrayal of value, that it's hidden insecurity, and to let it be. Even if he feels a little jealous, he will never sacrifice his self-respect, no matter how pretty she is. Watch my YouTube for more. One-on-one calls in the bio. Drizzle, drizzle.
I hate to break it to all the women, but if a hot girl walks by, he's gonna look at her. He actually can't help but to look at her. Her hotness just like draws him in and makes him turn his head. When this happens, you will not berate him or yell at him or get angry or crabby or anything with him. Instead, what you need to do is just acknowledge in your own head that it happened and keep on walking. Just because he notices some girl is hot doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. He does love you. That's why he's with you, but it doesn't mean he's not going to notice another woman's beauty. Or you could also just be like me and you could point out all the hot girls, because let's be serious, women are checking out women way more than they're checking out men, so we know who all the hot girls in the room are too. Anyway, this is just part of life and part of relationships, and we all need to deal with it. And here is my kid's baseball game.
And you really watch that clip of the man who was not the father of that child being taken to court, and you sit there and you're like, man, some of these ladies, man, they really are playing around. They really are messing around. I guess they have nothing better to do, but they're messing around with people's time. If this type of stuff runs through the court, there got to be some type of fee. some type of penalty for modern women out here wasting folks' time. This is why they never learn, because they never have to pay anything. They never have to, there's never any consequences for their actions. But when men start stepping back and letting women see, if I weren't here, this would be the natural response to what you have going on. See, a lot of times y'all be saying that y'all don't need men, and men just, they go out there and they do it. And then you keep on saying, well, look what happened. You said this was going to happen and it never did. And a man is sitting there like, yes, because I actually helped you out and I didn't say anything about it. But you think you did it all on your own. But it was me, or it was another man that actually gave you some assistance. Well, what you talking about? There are men out here that say, well, you know, I had a single mom and I understand how it is. So, you know, I paid her grocery bill, or, you know, I paid for her coffee, or, you know, I paid for her gas, and you know, I saw her at the tire shop. And when she walked away and she was frazzled, I walked up to the man and said, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead. How much is the bill? Let me go ahead and take care of that. Or, hey, I don't know her, but what's going on with her car? Okay, so this is what I would do in a car like that, this is this. So when you come back and you talking about, okay, so what do you want me to do? The mechanic might not even say anything to you about it, because he got it already handled with another man that had already walked off. And y'all never know what happened, because the man that walked off, the mechanic didn't. Okay, cool. We're already working on it, ma'am. You know what? We figured out the problem. And they go on about their way. So you never really actually get the full weight of the consequences and the learning experience, because a man has come in and he stopped you from seeing what could happen. And that's what happened here. In a situation where the man was like, okay, I'm going to step up. You don't have it. The child doesn't have a dad. I don't really have to be a dad to the child. I could just be dating you. We sleep together and I go back home to wherever I was, minding my business. But because I'm a good man, I'm going to step in so you don't have to feel the weight of your decision of messing around with a trash man. But now, because you think that you're owed something and you've never actually seen the consequences of raising the child on your own, you're ungrateful and you think that I owe you something. Okay. And men gonna look at this and be like, and that's why I'm not getting involved in that type of stuff.